The Hopkinton Historical Society is evaluating the purchase of an old Baptist meeting house. Its lender has commissioned an appraisal. The appraisal will be weighed so that the cost approach is the most significant input. And the appraisal of churches, libraries, museums, school, and other special use properties where title or no income or sale revenue is generated, the cost approach usually is assigned the greatest weight. In a federally regulated transaction, a sales agent working under a licensed broker perform an appraisal of a warehouse value of 3,000 and 40,000. The appraiser is not acceptable under FIREA or FIREA or FIREE because the agent is incompetent. Non-residential property value above 250,000 require a certified appraisal. The characteristic of value include which of the following? Scarcity. To have value in a real estate market, that is to have monetary worth based on a desirability, the property must have the following characteristic. Demand, which is the need or desire for possession of ownership backed by financial means to satisfy the need. It needs utility, the property usefulness for its intended purpose. It needs a scarcity and finite supplies. It needs transferability, which is the relative ease, which ownership rights are transferred from one person to the other. Which of the following an appraiser method use a rate of investment return? Income approach. The income approach to value is based on the present value of the right to future income. It assumes that the income generated by a property will determine the property's value. An appraiser estimates that it would require 4,000 cubic feet of concrete, 10,000 feet of lumber, and 15 words of copper pipe to replace a structure. The appraiser also estimates other factors such as material, labor, overhead, and builder profit. Which method of determining reproduction or replacement cost is the appraiser using? Unit in place method. In the unit in place method, the replacement cost of a structure is estimated based on the structure cost per unit of measure of individual building component, including material, labor, overhead, and builder's profit. One method an appraisal can use to estimate a building cost as a new construction involves the estimated cost of the material needed to build this structure, plus labor and indirect cost. This is called the quantity survey method. In the quantity survey method, the quantity and of all material, such as lumber, brick, and plaster, and the labor are estimated on a unit cost basis. These factors are added to indirect costs, for example, building permit, service, payroll, taxes, and builder's profit, to arrive at the total cost of the structure. An estimate An estimate of the most probable price of a property should bring in a fair sale is called a market value. Again, an estimate of the most probable price of a property should bring a fair sale is called market value. The market value is an opinion of value based on an analysis of data, while market price is what the property actually sells for. Sometimes property may be sold below market value. For instance, when the seller is forced to sell quickly, or when a sale is arranged between relatives. A homeowner construct an 8-bedroom brick house with a tennis court, a greenhouse, and an indoor pool in a neighborhood of modest 2 bedrooms and 3 bedroom frame houses on narrow lots. The value of this house is most likely to be affected by what principle? Regression. In general, the worth of a better quantity property is adversely affected by the presence of a lesser quality property. This is known as the principle of regression. Which of the following is not used by an appraisal using the income approach to value? Accrued depreciation. The income approach arrives at an estimate value using 3 variables: annual net operating income, decapitalization rate, and annual gross income. In general, valuation can be derived by multiplying the valuation by the capitalization rate. A homeowner constructs an 8-bedroom brick house with a tennis court, a greenhouse, and an indoor pool in the neighborhood of a modest 2-bedroom and 3-bedroom frame house on a narrow lot. The owner of the lesser value homes in the neighborhood may find that the value of the homes are affected by what principle? Progression. Under the principle of progression, the value of the modest house would be higher if it were located among the larger and fancier property. From the production or replacement cost of a building, the appraisal deducts depreciation, which represent loss of value to any cost. Accrued depreciation may result from the property physical deterioration, external depreciation, or functional obsolescence. Again, from the reproduction or replacement cost of a building, the appraisal deducts depreciation, which represent loss of a value of any cost. Accrued depreciation may result from the property's physical deterioration, external depreciation, or functional obsolescence.